Oh, it's very hard for me to be here today. How's my hair?
Looks good.
Yeah?
Looks good.
Okay, good. Edit it out.
Yeah.
My name is Alan Ramon and I'm the owner of Vanar Contracting. I was born in Iraq. My family, we left during the first Gulf War. And that time we couldn't just hop on a plane and leave. There, when you're 18, you have to enlist. You know, my father was enlisted, so if we had just kind of picked up and left, well, I wouldn't be having this conversation with you, put it that way, you know? So the way we left Iraq was through mountains, believe it or not, through the north part, and we ended up in Turkey. And that time, you know, money was, you know, during war, like paper's worth nothing, right? So it was all gold, and like, you know, like my mom had all this gold, and we had to give all this gold out, and we had to, I think it was like a 3 or 4 day trekking through the mountains. My dad was more of like jack of all trades kind of guy. So I definitely picked up from that, and the work ethic as well too. You know what, if he hadn't done some of the things he did, that strict guidelines that he had, I probably wouldn't have maybe excelled in what I do now. That kind of pretty much led me to this. Well, it was a good part of it anyways. You know, the starting is very important because you have to properly plan, right? Like I said, every job is different, so you can't just copy paste. You know, do we have the right materials? Job site protection, because sometimes you're going into a home and you're not renovating the whole home. You know, perhaps you're only renovating the kitchen. So now we have to protect certain parts of the job site. So flooring, for example, maybe some of the walls. That's kind of the start where you're piecing all that together, making sure the manpower is there. I'm a strong believer in like, okay, if I tell you this is the day I start, that's the day I start. If I tell you this is the day I finish, that's the day I finish. A lot of people just, when they get into this kind of stuff, they just, you know, it's the paycheck, right? They go in, they do it, and get the money and out. With me, I love meeting the people, right? I have meaningful conversations and long-lasting relationships with a lot of my clients, you know what I mean? And to me, that's it's worth more than the actual project itself. I guess you can say if you want something done right, done once, and you want a meaningful, long-lasting relationship with, you know, someone doing work for you in the future and possibly family members, then I would say look no further. You know, we'll get it done right, and at the end of the day, you might end up being one of my best friends.